Today we have two special guests, which is Teshi Thomas.
Hello.
And Willie Williams, and they're the cast of the upcoming performance that we're going to be discussing today.
Okay, and welcome to Police Promoting Unity. And Lisa, really, let me say thank you. And I say you're sitting here at this table, you're directing this at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
So I know you're a student of Dr. Marsha's, and
yes.
And you've been really a mentee of hers, and we've seen you grow there since your maybe teenage years when you first became involved in it, seems like.
Well, thank you.
But
I'll receive that.
The amount of young people's lives that you've impacted through the work of Performing Visual Arts Academy.
Yes.
And that really gives many of them a heads up and a jump start. And I see so many of them now who are in college or who college graduates or who making contributions and doing different things themselves.
Yes.
So they show well the contributions and what you all gave them, and the guidance and the disciplines and the values is paying dividends and helping them in their lives. And so let's talk about the upcoming event that's coming up.
Let's hear about this.
Yes. It's part of African American History Month celebration, right?
Yes, yes. So the performance is called Rebirth Volume 2 and Promised Land. So I will let them talk more about what they're doing, what their part is as cast members. Basically, well, we'll go back to, let's go with the dates so that everybody knows. Good. That is this week, February 27 and 28 at 7:30 p.m. Okay. And it is free and open to the public. Again, free and open to the public. And you don't want to miss this performance.
Good.
Correct. Yes, I'm Teshi Thomas. I am one of the actors as well as one of the writers for this show. This is a live arts collective along with Miss Trinity, with Miss Tiana, aka Falcon, with Ross, Ahmad, Willie, Zakiah, and myself, and Gael. We're all actors, a part of this wonderful production underneath Avery Walker. Shout out. I'm so grateful to be a part of this production. Along with this first volume, the second volume really speaks volumes, you know?
Well played.
Thank you. So yes. I'm gonna pass it to.
Okay, and I am Willie Williams III. Some people may know me by my stage name, which is Saucy Downs. I'm a rapper here in Las Vegas, and yes, I am a part of the Rebirth cast. This is Rebirth 2. So I was a part of Rebirth 1.
Yeah.
And I've been with the West Las Vegas Arts Center for about 3 years. And just the community over there, what they've poured into me, like not even knowing, like just them being themselves is like really just helped me as a man and as a human. So I'm thankful to not only be here today, but also be a part of this work that we're doing. Rebirth 2 is very confronting, to say the least. It points at a lot of things in yourself that you may not want people to know, or you may not want to work on, but you have to go and do that soul work. When Avery asked us to be a part of this, he should have said, do you want to do some shadow work? Because that's
for real.
That's really what this has been. But I'm so excited that we're now at the point where we can actually present this to people. So
yes.
And so we have to say that's a shout out to Avery also for what he's doing in your lives to help bring you to the stage. Let me that's a question that's been on our mind, and I've been getting more through social media and really talking to your generations. Kendrick Lamar's message during the Super Bowl was as dynamic and was weighty like that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, as an artist, as a performer, as a human, I feel he was very brave being able to take the stage and to say such a message without it being forced down your throat, but also told in a very artistic way.
Yes.
Very visually pleasing, also audibly pleasing, you know? So yes, I took a lot from it. It inspired me and fueled me for this performance for sure.
Good. So those type of expressions like that then inspire other artists in their own creativity in the work that they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I would say that 100%. What Kendrick did at the Super Bowl was doing what he's called to do.
Okay.
You know, if you're going to have that stage, we're not just gonna come out here and sing and dance and just entertain. Like, we're also gonna bring up the next generation behind us, but also inspiring your peers as well. So, because I know we talk a lot about the next generation, but it is a duty to inspire and bring up your peers as well. So, I think he really did a great job at that, and I think he took not just our culture, but our community. And when I say community, it doesn't just look like one thing. Right. And we were actually talking about that before we came in here. It's all of us collectively, and so it may have looked like it was something for just one culture, but it was really for everybody.
Yes.
And thank you for giving us that enlightenment. I'm a baby boomer and probably I even tuned the halftime out. Okay, it's going to be entertainment like that. But since that time, what you shared with us is today, and what I've been hearing from others from your generations, and it is really informative and inspiring also, because they subsequently interviewed Gil Scott-Heron. That's my generation. Yes. And Gil Scott was like really and during that era in the 60s, he was a rapper. Yes. And New York City boy, and he talked about, the revolution will not be televised, and what that message was, but how Kendrick Lamar very creatively captured that theme and then reintroduced it back to an audience. And so I was impressed, and thank you for sharing your insights on that. And I've been getting social commentaries, reading some, but have younger people in my own family, and they're saying, hey, listen to what he's talking about here. And as I've gone back, I'm thinking, wow, the boy's on to something at that point in time.
Absolutely. Yes. It's very valuable and very vulnerable. As artists, it's our job to be open and to the creative process, to share, to uplift others. So I feel like he definitely did that.
So it should cause people to think, is what you're saying, your artistic message should do.
Absolutely, especially for this show, with the pieces that have been put into it, but what has been written. I came from a very vulnerable place, as Willie said, like that shadow work that we had to do. I wanted it to be relatable. Even at my age, I'm 22 now. It's crazy to say. I know.
Yeah. Watch out. It goes fast.
But just to be able to be vulnerable for myself, I owe it to myself to be as open and as free as I am at this age, to just be real, you know? Yeah.
Is that the message that some of the audience who may attend your event, they'll come away with seeing some of the things that you're projecting in that regard?
Yes.
I would say so. I think that Rebirth Volume 2 is like something that you can put in your tool belt and use for life. There's a lot of things in this work that is, like I said it earlier, is very confronting, but it's confronting in a way where it's just like, hey, I'm picking myself up and I'm going to another level. It really is a rebirth. And the work is just so amazing, and I can't wait for people to like dig in and just take bits and pieces with them. But yeah, this work it's changed my life in just the month that we've been working on it. So
the month.
So I can't.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see, like, I can't just wait to hear the gasp and and then even the laughs and the crying. Hey, if you don't want your soul touched, don't come to me.
Right. Like absolutely. It's going to touch you in a way, and I feel like if I don't do my job as an actress to make you cry or to feel something, then it's like, okay,
you're not doing your job.
I mean, exactly. So you don't want to miss it.
Okay. So I got a question.
Yes.
What got you guys into performing arts?
Ooh.
So I am a 90s kid through and through. I grew up in the 90s, and I feel like 90s is the era where rap really started to take off. And so I would look at rappers like Mace, like
say who's your man? Who do you got? Who's your performer?
My all time is my number one is Jay-Z. And then I gotta go with Wayne, but like the ones that inspired me to be like them was like Mace, like DMX, like watching all of those videos, Busta Rhymes. So that's what really got me into it. Just the color of what rap is. It's so colorful, and I just always wanted to be that and present that to people. So that's the 90s hip hop is what got me into this, and now I'm acting, and I didn't even know I could act, but
he's phenomenal at it.
Yeah, Avery saw me and he was like, yeah, no, you're gonna be in this, and so like I'm an actor now, so
add it to your resume.
Love it. Yeah,
absolutely.
the resume keeps growing.
Absolutely.
And actually, the model that you can be, an example that you can be for your own generations and even younger generations, that hey, there's some things you can do with yourself to really, one, you can be a livelihood, but you can make a contribution in that fashion.
Yes, I mean that's the main thing. If you're contributing or you contributing to your not only your life but everyone else's life around you, you're going to get what is coming to you. Like I have a line in the piece, and it really speaks to me a lot because I'm a Taurus, right? So we're all straightforward. We love money and everything like that. But what this is teaching me is that the money is going to come if you output, you know. So and one of my lines is about that, and I actually read that over and over, and now I feel like I am that line. Like I don't want money, I want to put out, I want to output. So yeah, I'm just learning from this experience.
Good life lesson.
You sound like Jalen Hurts with that, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds like that's the conversation piece there.
Right. For me, I've been at the West Las Vegas Arts Center since I was 6 or 7.
I've been seeing you there for years.
Yes, and it really fell into my lap. Singing's my first love, and I remember I was at school at the time, and this lady came up to me and she was like, there are auditions being held, and I was like, oh, why not? And I love to sing. I loved to shine, you know, just to be big and bold and just to spread light. And so when I was 10, I was offered the opportunity to go to New York for 1.5 years to play young Nala in The Lion King on Broadway.
Wow.
And so to just do that huge jump for myself as a Las Vegas native, born and raised, I never would have imagined it for myself, but the way that I put myself out there and also had people around me from the West Las Vegas Arts Center, from the community, to uplift me and to give me fuel, be like, okay, yes, I can do this, you know? And I did it for 1.5 years, and now transitioning into TV and film, conquering just all the areas that I can, you know, just be an artist. And I've told myself this year I want to do things that bring me joy.
Okay.
And being a part of this production, doing what I love, that's what fuels me. That's what makes me happy as an artist.
When you all invest the time and the energy to study, to prepare, to rehearse, what's that feeling like on the night when you hit it and you know you just get it just right and you connect with that audience? There's a synergy that happens to be there. What's that experience like for an artist?
It's a relief. Like knowing that I did my job, knowing that I put my best foot forward, knowing that I did what I could, you know, just to spread the word, just to spread light. It's like a pat on the back. And yes, this training process, the rehearsal process can be grueling, but it's all worth it in the end. Because
that was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
like, I wanted to hear, you guys have a month to prepare for this?
Absolutely, yes.
What's been the logistics behind that? Like, what's been the training, the practice, the rehearsals? What's that been like?
Well, one, we're all community actors, so we all have jobs and lives and stuff like that. Right? So it's moving around with that. And shout out to Avery because he's been very graceful.
Absolutely.
And but yeah, like the work has been. It's been crazy. It's been intense. And also we want to give a shout out to Mr. Antonio Fargas, who has also been working with this piece as well. And
I remember he played in, what was the movie? It was a big TV series he was in.
Starsky and Hutch. Huggy Bear.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Huggy Bear.
And they have several artists who, some are retired, some are current, but they lend their support to the Performing Visual Arts Academy. Dr. Marsha is just excellent in terms of her outreach. Not only the love and affection that she and the staff, Lisa, all show to the children. Tawani's mother, I remember when she was there with us. And, you know, just the family network that happens to be there. Lisa, what is it like to see not only this young group, but we were talking about Shakir's daughter,
Nigeria. Yes.
And the others. What is it like for you all to see those who've come through? And let me throw my granddaughter Sanaya in there because she's at Johns Hopkins now. You all have impacted so many lives, and you see them going on succeeding like these. What is that like for you as one of the staff persons there working with the young people and seeing them doing well in their lives and being creative and being constructive and leaving a footprint? What is that like for you?
Well, number one, I feel very proud when I'm around them, when I see them perform. And I like to just rewind back to Teshi. When we first met her, I think she was 5, actually.
5, wow.
And her mom brought her to the West Las Vegas Art Center. And I mean, she was just a natural little light that shined, you know. And I think one of the questions were like, well, what do you like to do? And her mom was like, well, tell him. She's like, I like to sing. I like to, just do everything. And then
amazing.
We were like, well, sing something for us. And on the spot, this little girl just starts singing. I can't remember what song it was. And we were, our hearts were just filled with so much joy. It was just so precious because definitely she's definitely a gifted artist as well. And we've seen her grow and she didn't mention other things that she's done as well. That's like just one thing, which is a great thing, but she also was a part of, the production with Oprah Winfrey?
Yes. David Makes Man. It's a network TV show, written by the mastermind of Terrell Alvin McCraney. He was a screenwriter for Moonlight, if you've ever heard of that movie. But yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it's good to see the dedication. You say 5 years. That's 5 years old. That's dedication that you've given to your career. And at this point, she's still an infant, and in my eyes, at 22 at this point. Me
too.
Right? Yeah. It is so excellent to see that. And WW. You actually look.
WW, I like that.
Yeah.
You resemble Gil Scott-Heron, as a matter of fact.
So Miss Tawanda at the Art Center, she always tells me that I look like Gil Scott-Heron, and then she'll pull me in her office and she'll play me like one of his songs. And then Mr. Smith, he always tells me that I look like Gil Scott-Heron. And I actually, last Kwanzaa, I remixed The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, and it was The Revolution Will Not Be Streaming. And I did it with 2 of our youth, and it was beautiful.
That's how I feel like I was introduced to your work and you as an artist. I was like, oh, yes, you have it.
Yeah.
You have it.
And when Willie came, actually, he was, like he said, he's an adult, came in. But, he is just, you could tell he has a passion for the arts. Mm-hmm. So,
definitely comes through.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. And I also actually wanted to, for the listeners, if I could, give them the description actually of
Make sure you get the date out there again. I know we're about to wrap it up here. Make sure you give the date there too.
Okay, yes. Okay, well, it's, again, the title is Rebirth, Volume 2, Promised Land. And